A new cyber attack threatens to bring down the U.S. government and corporate America's networks. Hey everyone, Johnny here, Don't Speak News. Well, is this the big cyber attack that Klaus Schwab has been talking about over the years, over the past 5 years, and how it would just dwarf the COVID pandemic and all of that? And it would be a much bigger crisis when the cyber attack happens, right? That's what he keeps saying. Well, it's about to happen. And from what I'm reading here, these hackers have been inside of these systems for years. Here we go. This new emergency directive has just been issued by the U.S. federal government through their CISA agency, that's Cybersecurity and Infrastructure, warning that thousands of networks operated by the U.S. government and Fortune 500 companies face an imminent threat of being breached by a nation-state hacking group. So the CISA emergency directive can be read at this link here. I'll put it up on the website as always. So this is being widely reported in the media today, mostly in the tech sector, although it is not headline news. And that's why we're speaking about it, because it should be. So thousands of customers imperiled after nation-state ransacked F5 networks. Thousands of networks, many of them operated by the U.S. government and Fortune 500 companies, face an imminent threat of being breached by a nation-state hacking group following the breach of a major maker of software. That's according to the federal government on Wednesday. So F5, a Seattle-based maker of networking software, disclosed the breach on Wednesday. F5 said a sophisticated threat group working for an undisclosed nation-state government had surreptitiously and persistently dwelled in its network over a long term. Yes, guys, they've got software that's pretty much undetectable, these nation-states. Security researchers who have responded to similar intrusions in the past took the language to mean the hackers were inside the F5 network for years. Yep. I was just reading about tracking software for phones, mobile phones, to disclose your location at any given time, that they can install on your phone without you ever knowing and without leaving any evidence that they were ever inside your phone. So that's a story for another day, but that just goes to show you how they can be inside of a system for years and never be detected. And that's what we have going on here. So this is unprecedented. And during that time, F5 said, the hackers took control of the network segment the company uses to create and distribute updates for Big IP, a line of server appliances that F5 says is used by 48 of the world's top 50 corporations. Wednesday's disclosure went on to say the threat group downloaded proprietary Big IP source code information about vulnerabilities that had been privately discovered but not yet patched. The hackers also obtained configuration settings that some customers used inside of their networks. So, yeah, this is serious, guys. Now, here's more information from PC Mag and their coverage of the threat. Imminent threat, nation-state hackers hit cybersecurity provider F5. F5 warns that a highly sophisticated nation-state threat actor was able to maintain long-term access to the company's systems and steal data, including details about undisclosed flaws. Yikes. Cybersecurity provider F5 is warning that state-sponsored hackers breached its systems and stole data, including details about undisclosed flaws for its products. Yeah, so imagine, we have all these patches for Microsoft Windows and Apple's operating systems and Android, right? Now imagine a hacker getting in and they knew every update you were going to put out, every security issue that you were trying to patch before you ever patched it. I mean, that's horrifying, right? They can hack you anytime they wish, which they can anyway with this sophisticated software that they're using. But nonetheless, they've got control of all these systems now. And the patches they're putting out, well, they're not going to work, are they, since they're already inside of the systems? Wow. It's confusing, I know. But nonetheless, just be aware that the main thing here is that these hackers have been inside of these systems for years, and they know about all the undisclosed flaws for these products. So Seattle-based F5, which supplies application and cloud security, revealed this morning that it discovered the hackers inside its systems on August 9th. Although F5 has contained the breach, the hackers achieved long-term, persistent access to certain F5 systems, including Big IP, which is used to securely deliver app services on behalf of its clients to users. Through this access, certain files were exfiltrated, some of which contained certain portions of the company's Big IP source code and information about undisclosed vulnerabilities that it was working on in Big IP. Now, this breach prompted U.S. cyber officials to issue an emergency directive over fears the hackers would move quickly to exploit F5's products and software. The Seattle company has said it supports over 23,000 enterprise customers in more than 170 countries, including banks, auto manufacturers, telecommunications providers in the world. Yeah, so now they can take down cell phones, regular landlines, I would imagine, and screw everything up. So whether an attack on government and corporate networks is imminent or not, this is a real threat and is not hyperbole. Hyperbole. Yeah, that word. There are speculative reports that China is behind this, but China vehemently denies this. Well, it could be China, it could be Iran, it could be Russia, who knows? Maybe a combination. But our current day use of technology, where just a handful of American big tech companies control the flow of information through the internet through their cybersecurity products, shows the extreme danger of consolidation in the tech sector, where the same security software products are used by most of the governments and corporations around the world, making them easy targets by well-funded hackers. Yeah. And what happens with digital ID when they got everybody's information all in one place? And it gets hacked, and they don't know they're even there for years. How much damage can they do then? They could just start shutting people's money off with digital money and all that. And all kinds of other nefarious things, I imagine. So, anyway, as the U.S. corporate media fixes their attention on potential hot war scenarios like Venezuela, Russia, and Ukraine, and in Gaza and the rest of the Middle East, a major cyber attack like this could be far more catastrophic. Exactly. I couldn't agree more. Everybody's focused on Putin and Trump and Gaza and everything else, and they're not looking what's lurking right underneath the surface. A cyber attack that brings down the major networks needed to run this country and keep the lights on for everyone will be far more devastating and disastrous than bombs and bullets flying through the air. And like I said, I couldn't agree more. So thanks to Brian over at Vaccine Impact and Health Impact News for bringing this to our attention. And that'll be it for now for this episode. Don't forget, don'tspeaknews.com. It's home base for all that we do. This is where I put, it's almost 3,000 stories now, and videos and pictures and and everything else here on don'tspeaknews.com. And like I said, a lot of this is news that we can't put anywhere else. A lot of news about the shots and all of that. So anyway, this is our home base. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel and get updated every time we put up a new video, a new post, you can just type in your email in this box here, click on subscribe, and you'll be in. There's one of these boxes at the bottom of every article. There'll also be one pop-up as you're reading an article, but only one. And then Don't Speak News at Proton Mail is how you get in touch with me. And then if you'd like to support us, and we always need your support because we are listener supported only, all those links are underneath this tab in channel support. And those are the different ways you can support us. And Rumble, BitChute, and Telegram are here. All the different places to find us around the internet. And that will be it for now. And on the swivel, guys, prayed up and prepped up at all times. God bless and take care. Johnny Storm, Don't Speak News.